Good morning and welcome to my 26-week vlog. I'm actually starting this vlog on a Friday morning. It is 6 a.m. and I'm about to go to work, obviously, hence the scrubs. Let me give you the 26-week bump. I'll be 27 weeks on Monday, so it's like 26.5 week bump. I've been getting a lot more people at work commenting on how big I'm getting, which is fun. It's weird, everyone is asking like how many months I am, and it's so hard for me to figure out the months because I feel like I'm almost 7 months, I'm 6 months going into 7 months. I have 3 full months left, so I guess I've done 6 months, I don't know. So I just still say weeks and they can figure it out. So I figured I would bring you to work with me today. I get out at 3, so it's gonna be a nice short day. And then we'll go to Publix on our way home, grab some stuff to make dinner. Then I'm off tomorrow, so you'll spend the day off with me and we'll see what we get up to. I didn't vlog the rest of the week because I just worked all week and it was pretty boring, so I didn't want to just do like a bunch of repetitive stuff. So let's see what today and tomorrow hold. I was so annoyed because I was driving to work and realized I forgot my Apple Watch and I forgot my Invisalign. But then I saw Jimmy turning around and he called me and he was like, oh, I forgot my headphones. And I was like, no shit, I forgot my AirPod or my Invisalign and my watch. So can you grab those please? So he went back. He's gonna get those, but I'm gonna go in and set up his room because right now I'm available, so I'm just gonna be giving morning breaks and working on charts. So I'm gonna set up his room so that it's ready to go when he gets there. I thought it'd be funny to look at the bump after work because I showed it before just to see if it looks any different. I was gonna vlog a little bit at work, but I ended up really not doing anything at work today, which was nice. I was just on break, so I gave breakfast breaks and lunch breaks and did a bunch of pre-op charts just to get ready for Monday. So I'm home now. It's a little after 3. It is so hot out. I rinsed off when I got home, but I immediately started sweating, so I'm gonna do the little fan here. And I made a snack. I'll show you what I made. I'm having yogurt with apples and chia seeds, walnuts, and cinnamon. I pre-made a bunch of pasta because I was gonna do pasta Caesar salads for dinner last night, but we ended up not having that and we ate the leftovers from the night before. So I have a bunch of pasta in the fridge. I think I'm going to make a homemade sauce and some meatballs and have that for dinner tonight. I had some bread that I took out of the freezer that I made last week. So we'll have some bread with it and I think that'll be dinner. Jimmy doesn't get out until 5, so I'm just gonna sit here and chill for a little bit, eat this, and then get started on dinner. I think when I'm rolling the meatballs, I'll have a little chat with you guys about just my mental health. I had a really hard mental health week, which is kind of why I didn't start recording until Friday, but I will get into that in a couple minutes. You guys can see my little rash is still going strong. I have like a little spot of it on this side too, but still there. I was gonna record this while I was rolling meatballs, but I can't do 2 things at once. So everything's done for dinner. Jimmy just went to get his hair cut, so I just have it in the oven staying warm. But I wanted to talk about my mental health because I had like a really bad mental health weekend, which I think is why I didn't start recording this week's vlog until this morning. So basically, I don't really know what set it off. I think I might have just been a little extra hormonal or something because my face was breaking out a little bit. So I think something was just going on internally, but we went out on the boat Sunday with our friend Eric. Our friend Eric and his 2 kids, and they had some friends with them too. They went on their boat, we met them at the island. For some reason, just in the morning I was getting ready and I just felt this like, I don't want to say like impending doom feeling, but I just felt sad. I just felt depressed for no reason. And I was trying to shake it off. I'm like, let's just go have a good day. Jimmy could even tell I was in a mood, and it's like when people ask you if something's wrong or if you're in a good mood, bad mood or something, it just makes it worse when you can't pinpoint what's going on. So basically, we're in the truck driving to the boat ramp, and he's like, are you in a good mood? I'm like, I don't know, I'm just in a weird mood. I don't know why, there's nothing wrong. He's like, well, did I do something? I'm like, no, you literally didn't do anything. There is nothing, and it almost makes it more frustrating because there's nothing I can do to pinpoint what is wrong. So I was just like trying to put it in the back of my mind, whatever. We get to the island, we're having a good time, and then we go back over. We were parked up like a couple boats away from their boat, so we walked back over to ours to eat and had a sandwich. And then I was like, I'm just gonna sit on the boat for a minute. I was like, you go back to Jimmy. I was like, you go back and hang out with them. He's like, I'm just gonna leave you on our boat. I was like, no, I really just want to chill for a minute. I don't want to be in the water. I just want to be by myself for a minute. And so I laid on like the captain's chair, and I just started crying, and I was trying so hard not to, but I just started crying and I couldn't stop. And I felt so bad because Jackson was kicking me. I could feel him kicking, and it was just like, I wanted to be so happy, but I just couldn't. And then Jimmy came back just to check on me, and he was like, what is going on? I felt so bad because I was trying not to be like that in front of him, but I literally couldn't help it. So that was really frustrating. And then that feeling just kind of lingered the rest of the day and then into the first couple days of the week. I feel pretty much back to normal now. I'm not feeling really sad anymore. I'm more just like, I guess, embarrassed and frustrated that happened because it was supposed to be such like a fun, normal day. I just kind of wanted to put that story out there because it was, I don't know, it's just so frustrating. So if you're pregnant and something like that's happened to you, please let me know in the comments. You are not alone, so that I know that I'm not alone. I'm sure I'm not, and that it's just a normal part of it, but it's hard. I feel I'm so grateful for all of this, but at the same time, it's so hard. I'm happy I have less than 100 days until he's gonna be here, so that helps. Today is August 1st, and he's due November 3rd, so pretty much exactly 3 months. I think too, we've just been working a lot. So we got married in January, and we took 3 weeks of our PTO in January, and then another week. We get 8 weeks for the year. We took another week in April, and then we haven't had any time off since then, other than weekends. And I usually work more than 40 hours every week. So I think I'm just exhausted. I'm getting more and more pregnant, and I need a vacation. So luckily, we just have to get through August, and then my birthday, September 5th, we have, it's a Friday. We have that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So we have a 4-day weekend for my birthday at the beginning of September, and then we're off for 2 weeks in the middle of September. So I think after my birthday weekend, we come back and work that week, and then we're off for 2 more weeks, which is so nice. We're gonna go to Isla Mirada for like 5 days and go fishing, and it'll be really nice. We're staying in a nice resort. That'll be our birthday trip / baby moon, because my birthday is the 5th of September. Jimmy's is September 17th. So we will, yeah, we'll go celebrate our birthdays and have our last little baby moon trip before Jackson comes. And hopefully that's going to help my mental health. I think on the 4th too, actually I want to go on and do that now. I want to schedule to get they call it like 3D, 4D, 5D ultrasound. I don't know what all the dimensions are that it could be, but it's the one that really shows you the features and all that. So I'll be 31 weeks, I think, when I want to schedule that. So I'm excited. I'll do that too the day before my birthday. And then I think we're gonna do maternity pictures that weekend too. So I have a lot to look forward to, and that's definitely helping that I have a lot coming up to look forward to. But I think I just was just tired maybe and hormonal. But yeah, that is my story of the rough weekend I had, even though it was not supposed to be rough. We were out on a boat. Like who's not happy out on a boat? I don't know. But that's where we are. That's how I feel. And now I'm going to watch TV until Jimmy gets home from his haircut, and then we're gonna eat dinner and see what else we get into. If you're weirded out by belly buttons, then don't look at this next part. But I just wanted to show if you can see it. My belly button ring's like not even in my belly button anymore. It's just like on my skin. Whatever. had a nice dinner, and now me and Daisy and Chippies are at Bass Pro. Jimmy's going on the boat with his friend Eric tomorrow, so he went in to grab some frozen bait and I think like another lure and I don't know what else. But we were like, let's just bring the dogs. I can stay in the car with them and they can put their heads out the window and have a good time. So I don't know, I like bringing them out places. Makes me feel like I'm a good dog mom instead of just keeping them stuck home all the time. Because it's just too hot to walk them too much, and you know, by the time we get home it's still, even when I leave at 7 p.m. sometimes it's still 90 degrees out. So we have a nice big backyard. We just let them roam the backyard, but it's nice to let them get out and smell some new smells. But yeah, so I'm gonna sit here and wait for Jimmy to come out. We're gonna stop at Publix so we can get ice and then go home. It is Saturday, 12:30 p.m. I don't know what's been up with me, but I have been a little sleeping in monster. I woke up at 7 and was like, and went back to sleep until 9. But I was proud of myself. I got up, and while I drank my coffee, I edited my video from last week. Yeah, last week. So that will be ready to go. I'm kind of like 3 weeks behind with my videos, which is really nice because it's very like not stressful. So yeah, got up, did that, did my workout, showered, and now I'm going to, that's why I look like this. I made a big like chicken caprese type of salad. Just letting the dogs out. Let me show you what that looks like. So it's got mozzarella, cherry tomatoes, I did some walnuts, chicken, lettuce mix, and then I did balsamic vinegar, oil, salt, pepper, Italian seasoning. So I'm going to give that a shake. I'm gonna chill, eat this real quick, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I ordered a new little air pump on Amazon because I have this little pool for outside. We don't have a pool in our backyard, but I bought an inflatable like 10-foot little pool. So I might inflate that and chill outside the pool for a little bit. But I don't know, I'll decide after I eat. So here is the setup. Here's the bump. So I have to show my tube top so that you know I'm not like naked under here. But I've got my little pool blown up. I'm gonna sit in here for a little bit. It's nice in the shade. I won't be surprised if Chip jumps in with me, but we're gonna just chill here for a little bit and enjoy just being outside. I probably stayed outside in the little pool for maybe 30 minutes, but it was enough just to get a little sun and just chill. I came in, took a shower, and passed out on the couch for 30 minutes, but it's going on 4:30, so I was like, I need to get up. If I nap this late, it's not gonna be good. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. So I dragged myself off the couch. Here I am. I totally forgot that on my day off this week, I started making what I'm calling Bay's Labor Guide, which is basically a guide for my husband that has basically like, I broke it down into sections. So it's gonna have my labor, my birth plan in it, which is more like birth preferences, not really a birth plan. It's going to have all my general like medical information for him, and what else? Labor affirmations, comfort measures, a list of what we're gonna pack in the hospital bag, labor positions and stages of labor, just to kind of help him out. I thought this would be a good idea because I think I mentioned this in a previous vlog, but I am gonna try and go natural for birth, meaning not get an epidural, which I know is funny because I'm an anesthetist, so I literally do epidurals for my job. I don't know, I just thought it would be cool to try. I have like some of my own personal reasons of why I wanna do it this way, but I'm trying to set myself up for success. So what I've done so far, I've done quite a bit of research on natural birth. I've taken some classes and watched a ton of positive natural birth stories on YouTube, which I think has been the most helpful because it just reminds me that other people have done it. It's not like this crazy thing that I feel like we've made it out to be, but I really wanted to, like I said, optimize my chances. So I've done all this research, and basically what I'm thinking is as I start getting into, you know, the trenches of labor and contractions and all that, it would be nice to have some stuff for my husband to help him help me. So for instance, if nurses are trying to ask me questions or checking into the hospital, he has all the information that he'll need to answer questions, so I don't have to. Obviously, if I can and I'm capable, I will, but just anything to make it easier for him, because I think it's not stressing him out a little bit, but I know he is a little bit, not concerned, might not be the right word, but I think I just want to make him as prepared as possible so that it's not as stressful on him, because I am choosing to do this way, and I know he thinks it would be easier the other way, but he's fully on my side and, you know, wants me to do whatever I want to do, but I want to also help him and make it not stressful for him. But I'll show you a little bit about what I have so far. Like I said, I'm calling it Bay's labor guide because we call each other Bay, and it's actually kind of works because it could be like for him or me. It has, like I said, this general stuff and then all the sections. So these are my preferences, which is kind of like my birth plan. I want IV placed in forearm, so avoid the hand, or AC, which is like your elbow space if possible, just for comfort. No pain medication or epidural unless I ask for it. No fluids running unless necessary, because if I don't have an epidural, I should be able to drink as much as I want, like drink water. So I shouldn't really need fluids. Intermittent monitoring if stable, keep the room dimly lit and quiet. I want to move around as much as possible. I want my water to break naturally. Push when my body's ready, and I may not want to push on my back. I may want my side or all fours. So those are just kind of some preferences if possible. So like I said, I'm very open if it's not. Then some labor affirmations, comfort measures. These are things for Jimmy to help me with. So I basically said, if, you know, switch positions a lot. If these are things where if I start struggling, he can be like, okay, let's try this for a little bit and then switch to this, stuff like that. And then hospital bags, so stuff for me, Jimmy, Jackson, and then just some general stuff. And then these are some position guides from the Built to Birth course that I did. And then stages of labor, just to help Jimmy kind of see where I'm at depending on how I'm acting and how my contractions are going. I'm trying not to be really like strict on this is my plan, because I know things happen and I really do trust medicine and my doctors and medical staff and the nurses, because even though I'm, you know, very educated, I know that I don't do this every day, so I want the opinions and the guidance of people who do it every day, but I also want to be informed so that I'm not getting pressured into something that doesn't make sense for my situation. But yeah, so that's, I thought it was interesting, or I thought that it was something that might be helpful, especially for my husband, like I said, and that way he can look over this before and be really versed on my preferences and be able to really advocate for me if I can't advocate for myself. And I thought it might be good to share in case someone else wants to do the same thing. If you want to keep your husband as least stressed as possible in what's probably a very stressful situation. So it is 7 o'clock now. Jimmy came back for a little bit and had dinner. His friend came over and ate dinner too. I say his friend, it's one of our mutual friends. It's a coworker actually. So they came over and ate, and then they just went out to get some drinks at one of the, there's this one restaurant close to us that turns basically into like a club after 10 p.m. But so they went there to have a couple drinks. I just put on The Pit. I've been seeing it on social media a lot. I think people are saying it's one of the most realistic, I guess, medical dramas. So I'm gonna give it a shot because I just am tired of looking for something to watch. No, we'll see. I'm not normally big into, I like more like reality shows, and I don't know, I'm not big on scripted stuff for some reason right now. I can't wait for Great British Baking Show to come back. We need another season of that, another Kardashians. What else? I don't know. Those are my go-tos. But yeah, I found some chocolate in the cabinet. Lindt is my absolute favorite. I really like the Lindt Lindor truffles. Those are the best. But I'm gonna eat this and see what this show is about, and just chill for the night. I told Jimmy his friend drove him, so I was like, just Uber back, and if you don't want to Uber, call me and I'll come get you. I'm sure he'll just Uber back. But I think that's gonna be our night. Since he was out fishing today, I told him that I get a bay day tomorrow, which is basically where I get to pick what we do and he has to hang out with me all day. So far I told him I want to have breakfast, either like make a good breakfast at home or go out and eat breakfast. I want to go to the gym and work out together, and then probably go hang out in the little pool again and just have a chill day with my bae. So that's the plan for tomorrow. I'll go ahead and wrap this up now. If we end up getting into anything fun tomorrow, I'll add it, but if not, thank you so much for watching the 26 week? Yeah, I'm 26 weeks and 5 days today. Thank you for watching the 26 week vlog, and I will see you next week. Good night.